Hey folks, Gary here. Hey, I want to read to you Luke 10, chapter 10, verse 2. And it says this. And he said to them, the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Therefore, pray earnestly to the Lord of the harvest to send out laborers into his harvest. So we grab that. Jesus has just sent out the 72 to go to all these different towns. He says, go to these towns and tell them what's taking place. And then he says, man, the harvest is plentiful. It's all around you. Now I'm here on the prairies, and actually there's a lot of city around me, but there's also a lot of prairies around me, and they would have already done their harvest this year already. When it's harvest time, it's harvest time. You got to get out there. You got to get the crops in. I'm not a farmer by any means, but I understand the urgency in it. You work all day. You work all night to get the harvest in because you only have so much time to do it. And so when I read that, I see God saying, the harvest is plentiful. Get at it. Get at it. It is everywhere around you. And of course, Jesus isn't talking about grain. He's not talking about wheat or barley or canola or anything like that. He's talking about people, and he's talking about their souls. And he's saying, get out there. There's so many people to reach. They got to hear the good news about Jesus. And like I said, I'm standing here. This is weird. I grew up in this area, and it's nothing like what I grew up in. But I'm standing in this area, and there's over 1 million people to my right, probably 1.5 million, and there's tens of hundreds of thousands around who don't know the Lord. Pray for the Lord to send harvesters, to harvest those, to minister to those, to tell those about Jesus who haven't heard about him. And it's not so much about God sending them. I mean, we want that. We pray for God to send them. But it's also, am I doing that? Am I telling people about Jesus? Because honestly, that's where it comes down to, isn't it? Am I telling people about who God is? Because the harvest is plentiful, and it's right now. Don't waste that time. You wouldn't see a farmer going and taking a nap in the field. Well, maybe you would. I don't know. But if I know farmers, I know from the time the sun comes up until late at night, they're on the combine and they're harvesting because they know that the time is now to get it in. We should know that the time is now to tell people about Jesus. So there you go. Daily Bible reading for today. Have an awesome Saturday.